Welcome to Sweet Talk SLP. I'm Krystle and I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist. And welcome to my first review. Before we get into the review, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and also ring that notification bell so you'll be notified of my weekly uploads. Let's get started. So for today's video, I will be reviewing this Whacky ball toy back here by B Toys. I chose this toy for my first review for a couple of reasons. One, I feel like it's something that everybody could use, and if you saw my intro video, you saw that although this channel is mostly geared towards SLPs, also pediatric OTs and PTs and parents and educators could find use out of some of these reviews. I decided to choose something that everyone could use. And two, I chose this toy because it's a toy that I had been using in an outpatient pediatric clinic for quite a bit of time, and I wanted to bring it into my home health setting. So a few months later, and I finally purchased one to use for myself. So the one that I purchased, because there are several, has a detachable tray, or when it comes in the packaging, it has a tray, and then you put the body of the toy into the tray and you pop it in. And it also has a small hole so that you can keep the hammer. You can see it standing right up here. And then of course it has the 4 balls that you put on the round at the top so that they can go down. Unlike the other varieties I've seen, this one is enclosed. So there's like a plexiglass in the front, and in the back has a mirrored image, which is pretty neat and unique compared to some of the other ones that I've seen. And Gunnar wants to join us. I purchased mine at Target for about $15, and I purchased it pretty recently, so I know that I've seen it at a few of my Targets, and I have seen it on Target's website as well. So there are a variety of these whack-a-ball toys on Amazon, and most of the ones on Amazon range between $20 and $30 from what I've seen. They also come in different colors. As mentioned previously, most of them are not enclosed except for the B Toys Batet. I don't know how you pronounce that, like the maker of B Toys. That one is enclosed, and that one is on the $30 range on Amazon. And I will link all of these down below so that you have your choice to look at whatever ones you want to. It took me so long to buy this toy because honestly, I didn't want to spend the $20 to $30. And it might have been on sale during Prime Day, and I didn't even check, but I just wasn't interested in paying $20. And the other day at Target, when I walked by, I saw they had one for $14.99, so I did scoop it up. I bet it will go on sale, so you may be able to get it for $12, $13, and so it'd be even more affordable. So how do I use this in therapy? I use it in a variety of ways. I use it for turn taking. I use it for following 1 to 2 step directions. Maybe put the ball on top, hit the yellow ball and the green ball. I definitely practice requesting, want, more, hammer, ball, things like that, or combining them if I'm working on combining words. I also love using expressions like bam, boom, hit, pop, or go. For my speech kiddos, I might work on some of their sounds. So if I'm working on B, ball, bam, or if I'm working on the H sound, I might work on hammer and using hammer quite a few times. Or for some of my kids, that might be working on their G, go, and being able to say go for several trials. So I came up with a list of pros and cons for this particular one that I purchased. One, it has a place for the hammer, and I really like that. The original ones, or the ones on Amazon, with the exception of the Batet one, do not have a place for it. So you either put it on top or on the bottom or lay it on the side. As a home health therapist working out of my car, it's kind of nice that it has a place for the hammers to sit up. 2, it is enclosed, which could be a nice feature because it prevents kids from sticking extra things in there. And so I do like that it is enclosed for that reason. And also the mirror in the back. I think the mirror in the back is a neat feature. You can see the ball from both sides if you're looking into it, and you get that extra feedback. Cons, it's enclosed. So it is a pro and a con for me. In the clinic, the one that we had was not enclosed, and so for some of the kids it was fun popping your hands in and stopping the ball. So it's like stop, go. And so that made it interesting and different to use for that toy. For me, it's bulky. It doesn't store very easily in my car. if you're in a clinic or have an office or in a school or in your home, it is definitely easier to store this toy. But for me, as a home health therapist, it is a little difficult. So it's a little bulky for me and it can be harmful. So for some of my kids, I do have to remove the hammer and use my hands only for popping the balls in, just because the hammer can be used as a weapon. It happens, right? Let's talk about my overall thoughts on this toy. I have 5 different criteria that I'll be discussing today. 1, storage. 2, price. 3, patient response. 4, use of the product in therapy. 5, overall. Oh, excuse me, Gunner likes to go down now. For storage, I gave it a 3 out of 5. In a clinic or an office or anywhere that's not a car, I'm sure it's 5 out of 5. It's easy to put somewhere. You put the hammer in that little hole and, you know, no problem. In a car, balls are gonna be popping out, rolling around. I'd have to get a pretty large container to fit it in. It's bulky and, you know, it's just not, it just doesn't store well in a car for a home health therapist. Do I still take it with me? Yes. Do I still use it? Yes. But is it the best storage in my car? Absolutely not. Price, I gave this a 5 out of 5. $15 for me is really reasonable, especially compared to the price points on Amazon of $20 to $30. $15 is right up my alley, so 5 out of 5 for that. Patient response, I give it a 4 out of 5. I feel like most of the kids that I've used it with have really enjoyed this toy. For those that haven't, I do a lot of play-based following lead type of therapy, so if they just start throwing the ball around or rolling it around, then I do that too, right? But for the functionality of the toy and using it as it's supposed to be used, popping the little balls inside, I give it a 4 out of 5 with my patients. Excuse me, my computer's tripping off. Next, use of the product in therapy as related to working on goals. I also give it a 4 out of 5. I feel like it's pretty easy to use and to apply a variety of goals with a variety of different diagnoses, and I feel like a variety of different age levels can use it. Some of my older kids definitely cannot, or some of my other kids that need a cause-effect toy that is like a single switch or a single button or a single, you know, thing that doesn't involve so much gross motor skills. But overall, I definitely give it a 4 out of 5, and the application of it within therapy and goals. And overall, I give this toy a 4 out of 5. It is a really neat toy. I bought it for a reason. I really enjoyed using it in the clinic, and that's what I find is things that I used in the clinic that belonged to the clinic that I really enjoyed. I find myself slowly making purchases for them because I enjoyed them in the clinic and I like carrying them over into the homes. So this one gets a 4 out of 5 for me. I'd really love to know how you use this toy in therapy. I'd love to get more ideas in the comments section down below so that other therapists get other ideas. Because I'm keeping my videos short, I try not to embellish all the different types and words and things that you could do with this toy, but I'd love to hear some of your feedback. That's all I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I also hope that you'll consider subscribing and ringing that notification bell so that you're notified every week of my uploads. Also share it with your friends or anyone that you feel might get some good information from my videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.